It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And what do you want?
Figure out what you want. Ignore the opinions of others. Do so much work, it would be unreasonable that you fail.
You gotta find your why, and your why is what's gonna start you. And so for a lot of you, you're not doing nothing because you don't have any purpose right now. You don't have a sense of purpose. You're not waking up for nobody. And I need you to get that engine, I need that drive, because you know what to do. You're the right person to do it, but you just can't seem to get out of bed. You can't seem to do what you're supposed to do. Every time you come up against a trial or a tribulation, you let it stop.
We have to find our purpose. And because it's so deep and it's so important, that if we don't find it through this authentic process I'm talking about, we'll find it somewhere else, because we need a purpose in life. We need something to live for.
Do you know, when you discover your purpose, that's when your life really begins. You know, it's been said there's two important days in your life: the day you're born and the day you discover why you were born. It's why you get out of bed in the morning. It's why you get up and get going.
Work on your list of whys. You've got to have your own list of whys. Thrust for success is to come up with a strong enough why. Here's what we learn: if the why is powerful, the how is easy.
He who has a why can bear almost any how. The goal should be, how could I conceive of my life so that if I had that life, it would clearly be worth living, so I wouldn't have to be bitter, resentful, deceitful, arrogant, and vengeful. Like, that's sort of the bottom line, right? Because that's what endless failure does to you. It's not good. And that's what life without purpose and a goal does to you as well, because life is very hard. So you think, okay, well, I need to adopt a mode of being that would justify my suffering. And you can ask yourself that question: what would make this worthwhile? How do I manage all this misery and suffering and futility? It's like, well, I need to figure out what I would have to do in order to make that clearly worthwhile. And so then you have your goal, and then you think, well,
we do not figure out our purpose by trying to project ourselves years into the future and coming up with some grandiose plan. So don't ask yourself, what am I meant to be doing 5-10 years from now? Ask yourself, what can I do to be useful at this very moment?
I don't really understand what my life's task is. I call that master your life's task. You have to be patient. It's not going to come like a light bulb in your head. I was meant to do this. I was meant to write the 48 Laws of Power. That's not how it works. So I like to tell people to go back to their earliest childhood memories of things that really excited them before they got mixed up with parents and teachers and all that, other people telling them stuff.
See, I honestly believe every one of us are hardwired to do something. There's something, we've got a talent and ability within us that will just blossom when we find it.
Your purpose in life is something that you're born with. It's like your destiny. This is what you were meant to accomplish. But we humans are not born with that purpose engraved in our heads. You know, animals don't wake up in the morning if they're not nocturnal and go, what am I going to do today? I can go here, I can hunt for this animal, I can hunt for that animal, I can eat this. No, they don't. They operate by instinct. They have a purpose. It's automatic almost.
What's the great line? It's the, if you want to find out what you should do in life, what do you think about all the time? That's your God.
But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You always, that thing, man, that you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's gonna disappoint you. You're gonna forever be sad, man. If you don't chase that dream, you're gonna forever be miserable, man.
He said, Jim, if you had enough reasons, you could do the most incredible things. I never forgot how he put that. If you have enough reasons. See, reasons will change your whole life. Mr. Shoaff said to me, he said, Mr. Rohn, I think you've got plenty of intelligence, you've got plenty of talent, you've got plenty of ability. Probably what you lack is plenty of reasons.
I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would the courage and greatness be if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges.
What is the antidote to worry? What do you think it is? Well, it's simply this. It is purposeful action. The only real antidote to worry is purposeful action. And as Shakespeare says, take arms against the sea of troubles, and by so doing end them. Anything that gets you to the point where you can take purposeful action will eliminate the worry. Why? Because of what we call the law of substitution.
What's your why? If I don't give y'all nothing else, you better start that. What's your why? You know why I do what I do, and I do it so passionately? Because my grandfather was a high school dropout, my father was a high school dropout, I was a high school dropout, and we about to break the cycle. I do what I do, so my son won't have to go through what I went through. I'm about to give everything I got, and I will know if I don't get another gig, it won't have anything to do with the fact that I didn't put everything on the field. What's your why? Why do you wake up in the morning?
Somebody says, how come you're up so early? Say, if you were headed where I'm headed, you'd be up early too. Well, if you were going to meet who I'm going to meet, you'd be up early. If it was going to stack up for you like it's stacking up for me, you'd be getting up early.
So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. Why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
You should basically be the person that your younger self wanted as a role model. Brave, courageous, earnest, honest, virtuous, like on fire. There's this quote from the ancient Greeks that says, live as though all your ancestors were living again through you.
We don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us, because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. There may be another purpose, like being a SEAL or going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you.
You might think that bed's warm, feels all comfortable. You come here, you kill it, give it everything you have, leave it all here. The warmth you feel after that, second to none, man, second to none. No sheet can provide that comfort for you. When you give it all here, guys, and you leave it all here, you are your weakest state, bottom of the barrel. What's about to happen? Your greatest triumph. You kill yourself on pride in here, leaving nothing to spare. What's gonna come? The growth of opportunity.
You asked for strength, and you received challenges to become stronger. You asked for a positive mind, and you were thrown into darkness to find your own light. You see, everything has its purpose, so only focus on improving yourself.
To get anything of value, you have to sacrifice. Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy.
How do you find out what your why is? How do you find out what you are supposed to do for the rest of your life? When I was young, this was one of the most difficult questions in my life. I came home to my dad. Dad, I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life. And my dad just taps me on the back of the head. Son, you've only done 3 jobs in your life. How are you supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your life if you've only done 3 things? And then my dad said something really profound that stuck with me. He said, the only way you're going to discover what you love, the only way you're going to discover what your why is if you try as many different things as you can. You must find what your why is. You must find what you love. Because when you find what you love, you do great work.
When you hit this day, when you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education, you would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose.
That will find your purpose in life is what is the next right thing in front of me now. You have to understand that God is constantly orchestrating everything perfectly to put you on the path that will lead to that ultimate goal. But the way that you get there is step by step. The next step, the step in front of you, as small as it seems, as mundane as it seems, but that is the direction. That's the step that will get you to the end goal, where you will be able to look back in retrospect and see that you've lived a life of purpose.
Two most important days of our life are the day we find out why and the day we were born. We all experience transitions in our life. It can happen in many forms. We can have a kid, we can get married, we graduate school, we can leave the sport that we thought we were going to be a professional at. Something traumatic could happen to us. A loved one could die. Just confusion. Not knowing who we are anymore. Not knowing what our next step, lacking clarity and lacking direction in our life. This could be depressing and unmotivating. That if we're able to get out of confusion, we're able to build momentum. We're able to create results in our life. We get crystal clarity on what it is that we need to do, and we think we found our life's purpose.
Problem with the pursuit of happiness is that when life storms come along, happiness disappears, and then you're left with nothing. And so you need to pursue something that's deeper than happiness. And if happiness comes along, well then, hooray for you. You don't want to despise it because it's fleeting, but it's much better to pursue things that are meaningful than things that make you happy. It's deeper and it orients you more appropriately, and it keeps you centered in your own life. It makes you more useful for your family and your community. And it's a relief to young people to know that the baseline conditions of life are difficult, but that you can still prevail.
Who am I called to serve? What problems am I called to solve? And how am I called to solve this problem? This is going to create our purpose statement. I help who? With their problem through the solution. So our life's purpose is to serve our Creator by serving others.
Don't rely on social media. Put it down, turn it off, shut up, be quiet, learn, read, relax, get better. First part of your life you learn, second part of your life you earn, third part of your life you return.
Realize it never mattered to begin with. Help others once you get there. You've already achieved the things you said would make you successful.